Welcome back. Okay, let me ask you, I mean, there's this talk, I mean, Labour has spoken about it. They say they're going to vehemently oppose any plan on the part of the National Assembly to remove the question or the issue of minimum wage from the exclusive list to the concurrent list. What do you think of that?
Well, the truth must be told. One of the reasons why everybody is agitating that there are some things must be moved from the exclusive list to concurrent list is for devolution of power. But there are some things that it will be suicidal to move from exclusive to concurrent list. Like, for example, the issue of defense and some other issues, particularly when it comes to this minimum wage too. I'm of the opinion that there will be no need to do that. Doing that will bring anarchy. Doing that will bring lawlessness in this country. And again, we have to be sincere. When it comes to worker welfare, it is more of issue of security, national security to the nation. When you talk of issue of workers' welfare, it is more of even national intelligence agency need to be very interested in it. Why do I say this? Anytime you are writing anything about the country, anybody that want to do any research on such country to know their thinking must first think of what is their minimum wage. I believe our government is supposed to be worried, and I believe they're supposed to be ashamed. Each time they go out of the country, for anybody to ask them, how much is your minimum wage? And for them to think that their minimum wage is as low as $30. You can now imagine what we are talking about. Moving it there, I don't think it's possible. Because if you have to move it, it will cause a lot of problem. Nigeria happened to be a signatory. And it says that when you look at how much are we talking about, 18,000 naira. This is something that the cheapest champagne some of these state governors takes, a bottle, 15,000 naira cannot buy it. And again, we have to be sincere here. Today, states keep on shouting that they cannot pay this money, this amount, which is even which is to the barest. And I believe we cannot. I believe one thing that ought to be done now is for the workers. They need to sit up. I must say this, and I have to accuse the workers. I know some of my colleagues may not like what I'm saying to now. They need to be pragmatic. They need to take it to the front burner. Power, you don't hand power. You take it, you grab it, and the best way to do is just to continue to bring it to the front burner. By the time you look at the history of minimum wage in Nigeria, right from the time when it started from Shagari, that's 1981, it has never been on a platter of gold. Workers fought for it. We fought for it. Even the last time when President Goodluck Jonathan signed the minimum wage into law, it is not something that they gave on a platter of gold. If you remember, he did it during the eve of his election in 2011, and because he believed he wanted to win the election. And I believe, if the Nigerian workers need to sit up very well, they need to discuss, they need to know what to do and how to engage the state governors in ensuring that minimum wage has to be paid. The workers need to be taken seriously. Unfortunately, they are not doing that. At the right time for them to do this, all they will think of is election. And during the election, that's when people will be weighing the workers. Why don't you make that one part of the bargaining, put it on the table that you have to do this? And unfortunately, they believe if they roll some money in, workers will vote for them. And that's why we believe our workers, we need to sit up very well. State must pay, and we must make sure that they pay serious premium on workers.
If we get your point, you're saying that at the moment, from what you've seen, Labour, they're not doing enough to get their voices heard.
Yes, I want to say that they are not doing enough. Though they be ready to reel one or two things they are doing. That's why I trace this history from 1981 when we have the first minimum wage in Nigeria. It was Shehu Shagari that made that possible, but it wasn't on platter of gold. Workers fought for it. Even some people lost limbs, some people died over the matter. And since then, even if you take the history down to the Olusegun Obasanjo, before we allowed 5,500 then, We are living witness to how workers collectively with civil society sit on his neck to ensure that this happened. And even like the last one during the Goodluck Jonathan, it was like that's why I mentioned that it was assented when they are close to his election. It was part of what was agreed upon, that you do this for us, we are going to vote for you. But now, workers, the organized labor, they need to sit together. They need to really, the heat must be on the government. The government should be able to do it. They are for the people, and the majority of workers, they are the shock of the people, and they can make this happen.
We'll go to break now. Just hang on. We'll come back and let you tell us how that can happen, connecting it to politics. Join us again.